afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live around the world on Facebook, on twitch.tv, on Mixer and on YouTube. While we're getting everything set up, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Runs and Rides YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/FilmMyRun, on Twitter at FilmMyRun, and you can also go to the website, which is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax and watch me do all the hard work. Sunday morning here on the south coast of the UK. Well, there's only about an hour left of Sunday morning, to be honest with you. Bit of a late start today for me. Sunday morning though, isn't it? You can lie in. I haven't run for 3 days, been resting, so I thought it's about time to get some running done, and why not do a little bit of the Run the World's mission. So we've got this mission on Zwift now where if you run 5 miles or 8 kilometres in each of the 5 Zwift worlds, you get into a prize draw, and it's just a bit of fun. So we've entered that. I've done Watopia, so I've done 5 miles in Watopia, so we've got all the rest of them still to go. Hello Daniel from DIY Tech Repairs watching on YouTube. Hello John Heppelwhite watching on Facebook, and Ollie watching on Facebook. Hello to all of you if you're watching Facebook, YouTube or even Twitch. I can see Twitch chat, so if you do happen to be watching on Twitch, hello to you, and I am watching Twitch chat as well as Facebook and YouTube chat. So we're going to do the hill in Innsbruck, which I actually have never done before. And it remains to be seen whether I go for the incline or not. I don't think I will, because I think we're just going to have a nice, easy, flat run. But we'll see. We'll see. I might add a little bit of incline in there just for the fun of it. So let's get running. Start off nice and gentle. See the heart rate there on the left-hand side. 82 beats per minute. Currently in zone number 1, the blue zone. And we're not going to go into orange zone for this run. So we're going to do 5 miles in Innsbruck. And then Victoria, my wife, is going to jump on the treadmill and she's going to do 5 miles on Innsbruck. And then once she's finished that 5 miles on Innsbruck, depending on how we feel, we might do another 5 miles each on another world. And it's up to you to decide which world we go on. Bearing in mind, I've already done Watopia, and Victoria has already done New York. So actually, it doesn't leave a lot, does it really? London, I suppose. Although there's no reason why me and Victoria can't swap worlds anyway, so I could do New York, Victoria could do London. So I'm listed in kilometres, so I need to do 8 kilometres, just over 8 kilometres, to complete my 5 miles on Innsbruck. Ryan says it's fun going past the cyclists. Okay, Ryan, let's see where we are in, because it's going to take me, it's going to take me 40 minutes, 45 minutes to do this 5 miles. And then it'll take Victoria 45 minutes to do her 5 miles. And if we've got 5 or 10 minutes, swap over time as well. So we'll see where we are. Oh, Victoria says she's already done London and New York. Well, I can do New York. Victoria can do Richmond or something. But anyway, Victoria's going to do Innsbruck after I've done this. So we might be on for quite a while. Right, let's speed up a little bit. Nothing like starting slowly and gradually speeding up. Hope I'm not going up that mountain. Not expecting to see many of you watching today because, of course, America are all still in bed, aren't they? What is it now? East Coast is it 6 o'clock in the morning, East Coast? 5 hours behind us, aren't they, in New York? And then Los Angeles are 8 hours behind. John, I've already done Watopia. Victoria can do Watopia. 5 miles straight up the Alpe Zwift, yeah. We've got to get there, though, that's the problem. We can only start from where we're spawned. So, unfortunately, there's no... You can't spawn yourself right to the foot of Alpe Zwift. That would be a good thing, though. I have asked for that, but... If we had the bikes, we could just cycle to the foot of Alpe Zwift and get off the bike and run up it. A nice gentle pace to start with, keeping the heart rate low. The thing is, if I do incline going up the hill, then it's going to take me longer to do it. Because obviously I'll slow the treadmill right down. There's 1 kilometre, 8 minutes for 1 kilometre. Let's go a bit faster. 9.5. Just gradually get into it. No need to go off crazy. Sunday morning. I've been painting my shed as well, John. My shed my new pain cave is so near completion. I just need a little more time painting, and I've got to order some flooring to go down on the main wooden floorboards. And then we're done. I need vinyl flooring so that the sweat from running and cycling can easily be cleaned up. Cyclist slowing down to have a look at me. Maybe not, maybe he was just slowing down anyway. You used to see that years ago, a while ago when running first started, you used to see cyclists slowing down as they passed you to have a good look because they'd never seen a runner on Zwift before. We're a bit more common now, I think. So when we get to 2 kilometres, I will up the pace to 10 kilometres an hour, just a little bit faster. And I think we'll probably do a progressive run, so we'll get faster and faster over the course of the 8K. Whether we do that again for the next 8K remains to be seen. But I've got a little rest while Victoria does her run to decide. It's very bare and empty on Innsbruck because Innsbruck is not an official world at the moment. Darren, I'm kind of pleased I wasn't out on the downs today. I had my fill of wind and rain last weekend, so I'm fairly happy to be on the treadmill. Hello, Zach. Well, you haven't really joined late, Zach. I've only been going a few minutes. Not to worry. And I'm not expecting people to stay for the entire session. We're going to be on a long time. There's me running, then Victoria's going to run, then I'm going to run again. And maybe Victoria might even run again if she feels up to it after that. Daniel, I haven't got any plans to come to Sweden, although I know there are 1 or 2 races in Sweden that I would love to do. Sky races. So up on, I can't remember the name of it now for goodness sake, but there's one organised by Emily Forsberg, a sky race in Sweden that I would love to do one day, right along the ridge of a mountain. Utterly superb. anybody wants to Google that for me, they can, and let me know. Right, 2 kilometres done, so let's just bump it up a little bit. 10 kilometres now for another kilometre. And heart rate is still low, still in zone 2, nice and green, but it will increase. Oh, well done, Zach. Brilliant stuff. Well, I hope it goes well for you. I hope you don't have loads of technical issues. It can be a bit of a minefield starting out on Zwift, especially if you're not naturally kind of technically minded. It does take a little bit of setting up sometimes. So hopefully you're set up quite nicely. So we've not got to the hill yet, but it won't be long. Within the next kilometre or so, I would imagine we'll start climbing. And like I say, I've not done this section of course before. Glad to be of assistance, Zach. Which foot pod did you go for in the end? Zach, that is a really big question. The stride foot pod is undoubtedly more accurate, is undoubtedly a better foot pod. It really depends on how much you're going to use it as to whether it's worth it or not. If you're going to be on Zwift every week, and if you're interested in power as a running metric, then it is worth it. If you really want accuracy, then it's definitely worth it. If you're just going to be running at a steady pace on Zwift once or twice a month or something, then you may as well stick with the Zwift pod and just kind of do with its slight inaccuracies. Hello, David. I am doing 5 miles on this course, and then Victoria's going to jump on and do 5 miles on this course, and then we're going to swap worlds, and I'm going to do another 5 miles, and then we'll see where we're at. Maybe Victoria will do another 5 if she feels up to it. So I'm going to do 10 miles in all, and it's going to be 15 miles of live streamed running, and I've just hovered into the yellow zone now. Yes, Zach, you can see power after the event. So at the moment, you won't be able to see power live when you're running, but that is something that hopefully will come in time. We'll have an option to turn power on so that you can see it live. But at the moment, you only see it after you've finished running. So if you look in the Zwift companion app at your activities, if you have paired your stride, you will see power and watts per kilo in your activity file. And that should also transfer to Strava and Garmin or whatever other system you use. But you've got icy rain, have you, David? It's although it's windy here, It's quite sunny outside, I think. Look at those empty roads. We're going to start climbing shortly. So that's 3 kilometers done, 5 to go. So 3 kilometers in 20 minutes. So that's 40 minutes for 6 kilometers. So it is going to be around 45 minutes for the full 8 because I will speed up. So at 3.5 kilometers, I'll bump it up to 10.5. Zach, it's the treadmill. So my treadmill, I'm quite lucky because I've got a nice treadmill, which not only does it broadcast speed to Zwift directly, it also broadcasts my cadence. So it's got sensors within the belt to feel the pressure of my feet on the belt. So it knows my cadence as well. So it's basically the treadmill that does everything. Apart from heart rate, of course. Heart rate, I use my watch. So my watch is currently broadcasting an Ant Plus signal to Zwift. And that's how my heart rate gets into Zwift. Some people think optical heart rate is not as accurate, and maybe it isn't, but it's accurate enough for me. I'm generally happy with it. Zach, I would try your Zwift pod out. If you do find that you're getting frustrated with it, then yeah, maybe part with some cash. Right, there's the start of the con, that flashing light on the ground there. So this is the start of the mountain, or the hill. So look, it's 4%, 5% now, 6%. So I think if I followed the gradient, I would probably be very slow. So I think it's probably best. Oh, I don't know, I would really like to do some hills. Oh. Yes, the Everest Challenge is for cycling only. Well, actually, is it? Do you know what? I don't know. I don't know whether running elevation would count towards the Everest Challenge. Maybe it would. But that is an interesting question, Zach, that I don't know the answer to, and I will find out. Although I have done a 1,000-meter climb on Zwift before, running, and I don't think it did count, because I'm on 39,000 meters, and it would have ticked over to 40,000 meters. So I don't think it does count. Oh, I'm supposed to be on 10.5. Let's go up to 10.5. A bit faster. So we're either going faster or we're going up. I think faster is probably better, especially seeing as my next race is a flat 100 miler, or my next big long race anyway. Right along the path next to the Thames here in the UK, 100 miler on the Thames path, and it's pretty flat all the way, as you can imagine, by a riverbank. So maybe we won't do hills. So yeah, I'm supposed to be at 11% incline now. Still keeping the heart rate steady, 135 BPM at the moment. One thing I've never noticed before is traffic on the roads. So there are cars and lorries on the motorway down there on the right hand side. Look, I've never seen that before. Interesting. 4 kilometers done, so we're halfway there. I'll do another kilometer at this pace and then bump it up to 11 kilometers an hour. So kilometer 4 was in zone 3, so I would hope at least the next 2 kilometers will be in zone 3 as well, and maybe we'll get into zone 4 for kilometers 7 and 8. We have to do slightly over 8 kilometers because 5 miles is slightly more than that. Ryan says the cars are speeding as well. I don't know what the speed limit is in Innsbruck. I don't know if you can see the headlight. So a remnant of cycling. I'm not wearing a headlight on my head, but there is a light in front of me, look. 8.05 kilometers. Okay. Thanks, Ryan. We'll do 8.2 just to be sure. Zach is asking, do I use HRM zones when I do my training? I kind of do on Zwift, yes, because it's easy to see. When I'm outdoors, I don't worry about it so much, because it would mean looking at my watch all the time or setting up alerts on my watch, which is a bit of a pain. So I don't tend to do it so much. I mean, I do look at my heart rate after I've run in the real world, but on Zwift, the heart rate is right there in front of you and the zones are right there in front of you. So it's easy to look at that and manage your training, manage your run by your heart rate. And I quite enjoy that. No, I haven't. I know a lot of people on Zwift and on the Facebook page on Zwift Runners have tried Run Social. And I think the general agreement is that Zwift is a lot better. But I cannot say for sure because I haven't ever used it. Right, 200 meters to go, and then I'll bump it up to 11 kilometers an hour. So we're good, just doing a slightly progressive run. Zach, it's no problem at all. Ask as many questions as you want. As long as I'm not out of breath and as long as I know the answer, I'll help you out. Well, even if I don't know the answer, I'll try and help you out. That's what I'm here for. So, you know, if people get onto Zwift because of me, then it's kind of my responsibility to help them out. So I don't think we're going to make it to the top of the hill because there's only 3k to go, and it looks like it's more than 3k to the top. Right, so there's 5k exactly now. So up we go to 11 kilometers an hour, and we'll do this for another 1.5 kilometers. Actually, no, we'll do it for another 1 kilometer, and then we'll go up a bit more. Zach, absolutely, yes. So running is about 2.5, 3 years behind cycling. But everything that cycling has got, running will get. Running is still in its early stages, in its beta stage. There's no charge for running, it's all free, because basically they're still working on it. So over the next year, 2 years, 3 years, Zwift running will improve, and yes, we'll get more level. The next thing to happen will be more levels. We'll go up to about 40, maybe 50, but the basic idea is to just grow running as much as possible over the next few years. The potential for running is huge. I mean, there are more runners around the world than there are cyclists. It's just convincing people to buy treadmills or buy the foot pod that's needed and go to the gym. But you know, Zwift are going to be working on solutions to that, which may even be smart treadmills at a really budget price in the next few years. You know, so people can buy a treadmill for $200, a whole treadmill which connects direct to Zwift. You know, and those are things that are in the pipeline. These are things that they're working on, but we won't see them for a couple of years. In the meantime, things like the drop shot that the cyclists have got, new levels, races, all these things will be coming to Zwift in the nearer future, within the next 6 months to a year. I've been on, well, Zach, I started on Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when it was just cycling. So I did an awful lot of cycling when Zwift was early on in its creation. I was one of the, I think I'm member number 3,000 and something, so quite early. And then I started running when running was at very early alpha stage, and that was December 2016. If you look on my Film My Run channel, no, actually, if you look on a YouTube channel called Zwift Runs and Rides, that was my early YouTube channel for Zwift, and on there you can see my early running when we used to still wear cleats and a cycling helmet to run in, because it was that early stages. Still in zone 3, so still jogging along quite comfortably, and we're due to go up to 11.5 kilometers an hour in about 100 meters time. Okay, so here we go. 2 kilometers left now, and we'll go up to 11.5 kilometers an hour. Hopefully I can stay within the yellow zone for the whole run, actually, because I don't think I'm going to go much faster than this, so another 10 minutes of running, and then I'll put a little film on while we swap over, and then Victoria will run. Yeah, no, I don't think I'll be getting in under 45 minutes. Nice and relaxed, Brian. Not going to worry about it today. Just get the miles in, I think, and get the mission completed. Well, not completed, but, you know, get sections of the mission completed. Did I say at the beginning it would be 45 minutes then? Yeah, I probably lied. I'm obviously lazier than I thought I was. Alan, no, I'm not going to push her because I want her to do another 5 miles after this 5 miles. So hopefully she can do 10 miles today. But she's got a sore hip, which she's had for a while, and it just depends how much that hip aches. Because she might decide that it aches too much. And so we'll just do 5 miles. I'm definitely going to do 10. But whether Victoria does 10 or not, so I will not be pushing her at all. She can go whatever pace she likes for the first 5 miles in the hope that she's able to do another 5 miles later. Oh, okay, Ryan. Well, yeah, I definitely overestimated how energetic I would feel. I'm quite happy running at this lethargic pace. I've done my fair share of speedy running over the past 2 weeks, what with the Watopia half marathon and then the Stenning Stinger marathon last week. Quite happy to loll along for a little while. I'm not answering that, Alan. I'm just going to be quiet. Zach, it's all free music from YouTube. So I just search YouTube for copyright-free music, which I use on a lot of my real-world videos. So if you have a look at my real-world videos, you'll hear copyright-free music from YouTube, and then all that music that I use on my videos, I take and I create the playlist for this for Zwift running. Right, we are now in the orange zone because I'm talking too much, like Alan suggests. So I need to shut up for a minute. Cheers, Daniel. See you later. Okay, there's 7 kilometres done, so just over 1 kilometre to go. Bump it up to 12 kilometres an hour, which is 5 minutes per kilometre, so in 5 minutes time, I'll put a little video on for you to watch, and then Victoria will do her 5 miles. Yeah, that quite often happens to me, Zach. I do seem to mess up quite a lot, or something goes wrong with all the tech. Are you saying you've got your new treadmill, Dean? That's good news. Excellent, Dean. Looking forward to it, buddy. The more the merrier on Zwift running. Alan, I've still got some painting to do, and I still need to buy the flooring. I've got to get some vinyl flooring to cover the wooden floorboards so that I don't get stinking, sweaty pain cave, so I can clean the floor. Cheers, Zach. Thank you for your input. Thanks for joining me, buddy. So I'm nearly there now. I'll just go a little bit over 8 kilometers to make sure that we do 5 miles. So 8 kilometers done. So I think we'll go to 8.2. So that's 150 more meters. Not going to quite get to the top of the hill though. Yes, Alan, I think they will. In fact, in some ways it already is incorporated. If you go to the Zwift companion app, when you've run using the stride, you will see in your activity data watts per kilo and watts. It's just they don't show you it live. So hopefully it won't be long, and we'll have an option to see power data live as you run, because I think there is a natural partnership with Stride and Zwift which seems to be growing and developing, and that's a good thing. And so the more that relationship develops between Zwift and Stride and the team there, the more features from Stride we'll see incorporated into Zwift. And yeah, having live power data, or at least the option to show it, is something that I think a lot of us are kind of angling for. And yes, so it will happen. Dean, the music is my music. Well, I didn't write the music, but it's music that's on my stream. It's not on Zwift, no. Okay, I'm going to put a little film on for you. I'm going to save my run, swap over to Victoria, and then she's going to do 5 miles. So bear with me. Okay, last weekend, no, not last weekend at all. Last year, in November, I ran a race called the Beachy Head Marathon, beautiful marathon here in Sussex, and I'm going to show you that film now while we swap over to Victoria. So here's a film of me doing the Beachy Head Marathon.
Yes, we're ready. Stuart Mills has won this marathon, the Beachy Head Marathon, 8 times. When was the last time you won it, Stu?
2015.
2015.
3 years.
It's 2018. He's getting old and past it now. Welcome to Film My Run. My name's Stephen Cousins. This is the Beachy Head Marathon 2018. It's not quite a marathon, 25 point something miles. It's not a marathon. It's 25 point something. That's just the way it is. Richard couldn't be bothered to come today, but it's a lovely...
All right.
Yes, we're ready. Past it now. Welcome to Film My Run. My name's Stephen Cousins. This is the Beachy Head Marathon 2018. It's not quite a marathon, 25 point something miles. It's not a marathon. It's 25 point something. That's just the way it is. Richard couldn't be bothered to come today, but it's a lovely sunny day, so let's enjoy the South Downs and the Beachy Head Marathon. Miles or so into the Beachy Head Marathon, and we're just dropping down now into Jevington. Beautiful village this, home of the banoffee pie. This is the first time I've ever been held up for traffic. Wow. This is Mark. Mark's doing his, is this your 13th, did you say?
13th, yeah.
13th marathon today. Let's hope he's not unlucky for him. Hold on, Mark.
So hi, I'm Agatha, and I'm running the Beachy Head third time, and yeah, just get to have a nice day out.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Okay, we're about 7 miles in to the Beachy Head Marathon, and we're just about to drop down into Alfriston now. This is not quite halfway, but I always think of it as the halfway checkpoint in the Beachy Head Marathon. Thanks guys, well done. 19.5 kilometres on my watch, and we've done that in 1 hour 53 minutes. Not quite halfway, so we're still on for about 4 hours, I'd say, if we keep it up. Woo! So I've got my cup of tea. We're about 17 miles in now to the Beachy Head Marathon 2018. How are you feeling on your first marathon? Marathon?
I can't say because he wouldn't be able to publish it. I had a period where I just felt like crying once.
Yeah, you'll have a few more of them, I imagine. And when you enter the Beachy Head Marathon, this is what you're paying for. This view of the Seven Sisters with 6 miles to go home. Absolutely beautiful. About 4 miles to go now. Coming into Berlin Gap. Aid station, this is the final aid station. And 3 minutes now, just coming to the end, about 500 metres left. 've changed the medal this year. It's a nice, decent medal. Very nice. So one of the lovely things about the Beachy Head Marathon is you get free food at the end. And if you want to go swimming, there's a free swimming pool as well. Right, that's it from the Beachy Head Marathon 2018. I finished in 4:05. Tom scraped in 3:59, which is awesome work. James, what did you do? 4:07. James, 4:07. So we've had a good day out. Beautiful sunny day. Come and run Beachy Head next year. You'll love it, promise you.
1886, that's William Monday just gone over the line.
Right, we're on again. Oh, Victoria! So Victoria's straight up to 9 kilometres an hour with no messing about. I've got to go and have a drink, Victoria, and just have a quick wash, and then I can answer chat. Okay. Victoria doesn't want to chat too much while she's running. She's gonna concentrate on making sure she doesn't hurt herself. So she might smile and wave at you. Yes, David says he's going to have to man up and go for a run in the rain. Fair enough, good idea. And Dean said he watched that video yesterday. Anyway, I use a camera which is a 360-degree camera, so it's got a lens on both. It's got 2 lenses, one on either side, and it captures a full 360-degree view. And then when I edit the footage, I can choose which angle I want to use. So I've got a choice of the whole 360 degrees all the way around, and I can choose different shots and move between them smoothly, and create all those effects that you saw there. I did go a bit overboard on the effects on that particular video, but it was fun to do. Yeah, Ryan says get out of the way. Okay, I'm going to leave Victoria to it for 5 minutes while I just go and freshen up. And Victoria's going to do 8 kilometres now of Innsbruck. And then I'm going to change worlds, and I'm going to do another 5 miles, 8 kilometres, probably on London, I would imagine. New York's the course that's live at the moment, isn't it? So I might do New York because everybody's on there. There'll be a lot more people around. So I might do that. Anyway. Is Victoria's 5 miles.
it. Now I need my glasses to read it. Innsbruck. I've never run on this before, and I'm not sure I've been there in the real world.
says, Stephen just got much better looking. Thanks for that, Alan. Appreciate it. If you get a chance, go and subscribe to Film My Run's YouTube channel. So youtube.com/filmmyrun. Also available on Twitter @filmmyrun and facebook.com/filmmyrun. And the website is www.filmmyrun.com. I'm going to get a cup of coffee.
I'm feeling quite lonely out on this course. I can't see any other runners or cyclists at the moment. It's just like on Thursday when I ran New York.
How far through are you now? 3.5k. Okay, not too bad. So 4.5k left to do. Ryan Perring says, I hope Stephen hasn't gone to watch the football. Do you know what? My son is at the football today, the Liverpool game, and I think it must. I didn't realise what time it starts. So is it like an early kickoff? Is it like a 12:30 kickoff? Because I haven't checked. If that's the case, I'm going to do my next 5 miles really, really quickly. Heavy snow in Scotland, says Dean. Wow. Apparently I've got no time to watch the football because I've got to paint the shed. Do more coats of paint on the shed. I still haven't got my coffee. Somebody asked earlier if I'm doing the Paddy Marathon next week, and I think I probably am. I haven't quite decided whether to do the marathon or the half marathon, but next week at some point, yes, I will do either a half marathon or a marathon on the treadmill, and hopefully I might have my oh no, it won't be in the shed by then, will it? Because I haven't got any flooring yet. I'll have painted the shed by then, but I won't have any flooring in it, so I can't move in just yet. Okay, oh, started at 12. All right then. Well, I better keep an eye on it, hadn't I? It wouldn't be right to ignore it completely. Finally got my coffee. So Victoria's coming up to 4 kilometres done, so nearly halfway, and she's not, well, you were wearing a heart rate monitor, but it's lost its signal.
Not yet worked out.
Hang on.
Not yet worked out why my Garmin drops the heart rate but Stephen doesn't.
I know why, it's because my watch is better than yours. My watch, for some reason, manages to keep the signal, but Victoria's watch loses it. For some, we're literally what, a foot away, 2 feet maximum. Victoria's arm is a maximum of 2 feet away from the USB stick in the computer, so it really shouldn't be an issue of distance.
No, that.
You need a new watch. Right. Victoria's birthday is coming up. So if anyone wants to buy Victoria a Fenix 5S gold, rose gold, I think they're only 600 quid, are they? Anyone has £600 to spare, please buy Victoria a Garmin Fenix. I haven't got 600 quid to spare.
Get a Fenix 5S, he'll make me do an ultra. Watched the elite runners this morning running the Vitality Big Half. I did that a year ago, and that's why I got my half marathon PB. So way off that level now. Thank you. Ryan, I fear we may have lost Stephen now to the football. Thank you.
Who said something about losing me to the football? There's a choice between looking after my wife on the treadmill and watching Liverpool play football in a vital top of the table Premier League clash. Obviously I would choose the football, but seeing as we're live on Facebook and YouTube, then I better look after you. Too right, Ryan. I would put my name right on it. Oh, these are nice cobbles, aren't they?
Real world, I've
Nice route. I like this route through the town centre. Yeah, well, it's because you're on a world that isn't the official world for the day. Alan, I've ignored the comment about the football. I haven't looked at the score yet. If we're 1-0 down, I'm just ignoring it, okay? Forget it. I can't bear the thought of us having been top of the table by 5 points at Christmas and losing it. And there's no team has lost the title having been top at Christmas apart from one other team, and that's Liverpool. So if we do it again, I'll be annoyed. Oh, has Firmino scored? Good, good. Is this stream more about the football now than about running? So Victoria is now nearly on 5 kilometres, 3 kilometres to go. And then I'll jump back on and do another 5, and we'll see how Victoria's hip is. How's it feeling now?
Oh, but bearable.
Sore but bearable. See, what tends to happen with Victoria at the moment is, because she's got this hip injury.
In my lower back.
Or lower back. Right, okay. Well, lower back, which causes pain in the hip. She tends to start running with a sore hip, and then it eases off, or it's like painful but manageable during the run, and then it aches a lot after the run. But then it eases enough for her to think, well, I can run again. But that usually takes 24 to 48 hours. So whether she'll get to the end of this run and feel able to run another 5, I don't know.
Right on!
Thank you, Churchyard, for Victoria's ride on. I can jump on New York, Ryan. Yes, it'll be at least what? So Victoria's got 3k to do now. So that's going to be what? 6:14 per kilometre. So another 20 minutes, and Victoria will be finished. And then a couple of minutes for me to swap over onto New York. So what? Quarter to 1, half time. Basically at half time, I'll jump on, and then we'll be able to watch the last 15 minutes of the match. No, Ryan, right, if you speed off like you did at the Arc of Attrition, I'm not staying with you. I'm just doing nice, steady, progressive like I've just done. So about the same as I've just done, starting off slow and getting a bit faster for each kilometre.
Stephen's got the Paris Marathon coming up. He needs to put some effort in now. What pace did Mo Farah run at this morning? You couldn't even do 1k at his pace, could you? When I first started running on Zwift, I used to get motion sickness when I used to turn corners like that. I want to lean with my avatar. Don't know why.
I've never had that.
You don't actually lean when you're outside running. I don't know why I wanted to do it on a treadmill. Really nice route, isn't it?
Yes.
I think it was nearly 4 years ago I first went on Zwift. When I used the cycling to recover from a knee operation.
Goku Travelling says, hello, new Stephen. You're the new Stephen. I've just done 5 miles on Zwift, and Victoria is now doing 5 miles on Zwift. We're taking part in a mission called Run the Worlds. Zwift has 5 different worlds. This is Innsbruck. There's also Richmond, Virginia, London, UK, where else? New York, and also the imaginary Watopia world. And the mission, the goal, is to run 5 miles on each of those worlds before the end of this month. So Victoria is now on her 3rd 5-miler. I've done 2, so I've got another one to do in a minute. So when Victoria has done 2 more kilometres, I'm going to jump back on the treadmill and do my next 5 miles.
I think we're trying to do it in a week.
Yeah, we'll try and do it in a week.
An achievement. How exciting. That means I might get a go faster stripe on my shorts.
Hello, Mike Dunning. Mike, if you want to run on Zwift, the best thing to do, well, have a look. I'll show you a little video first. It's so easy to get set up for Zwift running. All you need are a few things. Firstly, access to a treadmill. Either at home or at the gym, it doesn't matter what kind of treadmill you use, any treadmill will work with Zwift. Next, you need a foot pod, preferably a Bluetooth foot pod, and the most popular ones to use at the moment are the Zwift Pod or the Stride. Then simply download the Zwift app onto any of these devices. So a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android phone, Zwift even works on Apple TV. Pair your foot pod in the app, possibly add a heart rate monitor if you like, and that's it. You're all set up for Zwift running. Yeah. Victoria's saying that I have got Paris Marathon coming up soon. Well, Victoria's also got Paris Marathon coming up soon. So,
More and more.
yeah, because of her injury, it might not happen. But as her official coach, I would like her to try and get some miles in and see how she copes. Hello, Sue. Yeah, well, if you've been watching, I'm gonna jump on. Victoria's got 1.5 kilometres left, and then I'm gonna jump on again for another 5 miles. So that'll be at around 1:45. I'll get on, and I'll go around New York. So I haven't done New York as part of my 5 miles in 5 worlds yet.
It's so romantic, isn't it? Romance is alive.
Matt Jackson says, are there any videos on stretching or strength training that I use to stay injury free? No, Matt. I am. Do you know what? I must admit, I am very, very lax at doing strength training. As a middle-aged man, I really should be doing much more upper body strength training. Core fitness is really important when you're running. Stretching, not so important. I don't really stretch very much, and the evidence of the thing is, I do long distance running, so my stretching happens during the run, at the beginning of the run, and at the end of the run when I kind of ease into the run, and that's my stretch. If you're going to do stretching, you've got to do dynamic stretching beforehand, and it's okay to do static stretching afterwards, but I don't tend to do either really very much at all. I just tend to run, and the kind of dynamic stretching happens at the beginning of the run when I run slowly. So if I'm doing a fast race for like a park run or a fast half marathon or something like that, I will go for a warm-up run beforehand. In terms of strength training, I don't have any videos that I watch for strength training. I know that if I was going to do strength training, I would do things like planking. And we used to do quite a lot of planking, but we don't do as much now. And I would go to the gym and do some light weights, shoulders and upper body weights. Yeah, I used to train for triathlon a lot, so I used to do a lot of swimming with the pull buoy. So it's a foam thing between your legs to stop you kicking your legs, so that all the work is done by your arms. So I did a lot of that as well. I haven't done that for a while though. The thing is, I do so much running that I tend to just keep my core strength from running, but that's not ideal, of course. Right, you've got a sprint here. Look, there's the green sprint line. You have to sprint until the green arch up ahead. No, you're not going to do that. No, you don't have to at all. No, don't, because I don't want you to ruin yourself. I would like you to try and get on again afterwards for do another 5. You can, so just keep it easy. 1 kilometre now left to go for Victoria, and then I'll jump on again.
Seeing this view, I'm absolutely convinced I have been to Brook. please tell Daddy I'm up to 7.8.
Right, so Victoria is nearly at the end. I'd say 400 metres. If you do another 300 metres, so it's 8.2. No, I'll put all that on in a second. Yeah, so 300 metres now for Victoria, just to double check that she gets 5 miles, and then we'll put another film on whilst I get ready, and I'll do another 5 miles. So if you're new to Zwift, if you've never watched Zwift before, and you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, welcome along. Thank you for joining us. I will explain, if you've got any questions about Zwift, I will explain all when I get on the treadmill and start running in about 10 minutes time. I'm going to do another 5 miles. We're not competing, we're doing this challenge which is called Run the Worlds on Zwift. There are 5 different worlds on Zwift you can run on. This is Innsbruck, and I'm now going to jump on in a minute and do 5 miles in New York. So when I get on, if you've got any questions, I will answer them for you and explain how you can get on Zwift and run yourself.
Stop now.
Yeah. Well done, Vic. So that's Vic's 5 miles done. And we'll see how she feels in a little while, if she wants to go on and do another few miles. 20 minutes. Lucky if I can get 20 minutes. 5 miles done in 20 minutes. Right. Hello, gang. I'm Stephen. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for helping us along. Right, I need to log out of the program and log back in under my username. So I'll do that, and while we're doing that, I'll put a little film on for you to watch. Okay, Ryan. Well, Ryan, what I'll do is I'll just get on, and if you want to join me, just click run with Stephen or something. Although you might be on before me, who knows? Right, let's find a little film for you to watch whilst I get set up. Okay, so this is a film of a marathon I did called Mouth to Mouth. It's another marathon in Sussex. It goes from the mouth of the River Adur to the mouth of the River Arun. It goes up the river, from the mouth, up the river, inland, and then across the South Downs Way, and then down the River Arun to the mouth of the River Arun. And I did that a few weeks ago. So here's my film of that whilst I get ready. Here we go.
Yes, we're ready. Stuart Mills has won this marathon, the Beachhead Marathon, 8 times. When was the last time you won it, Stu?
Welcome to film my run for the mouth-to-mouth marathon. I've not done this one before, so it should be fun, but the weather's going to be a bit rainy and a bit damp. Right, so we're off in a second. Just over 5k into the mouth-to-mouth. We're coming up to the bridge that crosses the river, and then we join the South Downs Way.
Happens when life breaks down.
Nearly 10 miles in now to the mouth-to-mouth marathon stroke ultra. It's about 27 odd miles this. The idea is you run from the River Ada, up the River Ada, and then along the South Downs Way, and then down the River Arun, all the way to the mouth, which is why it's called mouth-to-mouth. Not sure I can stop. So this is Amberley at 28.5 kilometres, 2 hours 37 minutes, and we're now on the River Arun. So this is Arundel, 5 miles to go. There's the castle up there. Just 1.5 kilometres left now, done 42.5. I thought I was going to have a nice easy run in, and then he came up behind me in the last 30 seconds. If I hadn't fumbled with that game, we could have called it a draw. So for the past couple of days, I've had a little bit of a painful chest. And I'm fairly sure it's because I rolled over onto my headphones in the middle of the night. But various people told me you should get that checked out. So I went to the hospital yesterday, carried out an ECG and some blood tests, which were all fine. So come the end of this marathon, I look a bit pale apparently, so the paramedic guy here is just double checking that my heart is functioning all right. 1, 2, 3, go! Ah! Oh! Well done, Phil. Come on, come on, come on! And stop your watch. Well done, well done, well done. Well done. Right, that's it from the mouth to mouth. I've got to go home to have a bath.
Thank you to the paramedic who looked after me. Thank you to Thomas for manning the aid stations. Thank you to Jay for organising another fabulous run. Well done to Terry who's just finished, and well done to Phil who's just finished. I'm going home. Join us for another Film My Run, another marathon, another ultra, another time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Right, there we are. So that is the mouth-to-mouth video, and we're back on live, running around the streets of New York, and we are going up on the... I think we're going up on the elevated walkways, the see-through walkways of New York. This is a modern version of New York, or a futuristic version of New York. So I'm waiting for Ryan to join me in a second. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, please do feel free to say hello, ask me a question. If this is the first time you've watched anything on Zwift at all, there's Ryan. Ryan's just joined me. I'll just slow down for him to catch up. Come on, Ryan, get moving. Hang on, if I just stop for him and just wait for him a second. This is going to be a very slow first kilometre, isn't it? Right, here he comes, look. So you can see on the, I don't know if, yes, you can see on the right-hand side, there's only two names listed, me and my friend Ryan. And he's just catching me up now. And then we're going to run together. I don't know how far Ryan's going to do, but I'm doing 5 miles, which is 8 kilometres. Dawson Toff, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on!
Right, here we go. Right, 10 kilometres an hour, Ryan. 6 minutes per kilometre, yeah? There we go. So, here we go up the elevated walkways, and we've got just over 7.5 kilometres to run. Well, 8 kilometres nearest, damn it, because we're going to go a bit over 8 kilometres. So this is the futuristic version of New York. This is Central Park with lots of modern buildings, and like you can see, these glass elevated roads where you can run and cycle. And like I said earlier, we're taking part in a challenge called Run the Worlds. Ryan says he didn't realise I was ready because the stream was lagging. My stream was lagging a bit. So, yes, we're taking part in this mission called Run the Worlds. You have to run 5 miles in each of the Zwift worlds. And there are 5 Zwift worlds. And this is New York, and my wife Victoria was just running on Watopia. No, she wasn't, she was running in Innsbruck. There's an imaginary world called Watopia, which doesn't exist in real life, just completely made up. But that makes it more exciting because there are parts of Watopia that you wouldn't find in real life. So you can run through the middle of a volcano, for example. I mean, you'd never be able to do that in real life. There are also tunnels that go under the sea, glass tunnels, so you can see out into the water and see all the fish, whales, manta rays swimming around you. So, and again, you could never do that in real life. So that makes Watopia a more interesting place to run. But nevertheless, there's also London, so you can run on part of the London Marathon course. Hello, Jason. Thanks for joining us. Where else have we got? New York, London, Innsbruck, Watopia, and the other one is Richmond in Virginia. Zwift was originally developed for cycling, and so some of the courses are based on World Championship cycling courses, and Richmond is one of those. And many people reckon Richmond is the most boring course. It's okay, but certainly I would rather run on other courses. But we will have to do 5 miles on Richmond at some point. So my friend Ryan there, he lives quite a long way away from me, but we've run a few races together now in Cornwall, in the UK. We both do long distance ultra running, but we also both enjoy Zwift. It's a bit strange really, because outdoors we like to run in the harshest of conditions, in the wind and the rain, and along tough coastal paths in the middle of the night for 100 miles. But then we also enjoy running indoors in the warm on a treadmill doing 10k. So it's funny. You can like all sorts of things, can't you? And it's the same as, you know, I really love running on my own in the wilderness, but I also love running the London Marathon packed with people in a big city. So it's possible for one person to like lots of different kinds of running, lots of different environments. You know, I'm not just a one horse something or other. I've no idea what the phrase is I'm searching for. I was going to say one trick pony, but that's not right, is it? What is it? Because it's horses for courses, but I like lots of different courses. There must be a phrase that covers that. I don't know what that is. Ryan says one hit wonder. Yeah. So Ryan gets a ride on. All the names that you can see on the right hand side there now, they could be runners, they could be cyclists. Most likely to be cyclists. And I don't know if you can see, it says 3,678 people are using this course right now. So that's not everybody that's on Zwift, because there are other runners. Oh, thank you, Rehabilitation, for your ride on.
Ride on!
There are runners and riders using other courses at the moment, but at the moment there are about just over 3,500 people on the New York course. Yes, that's worth pointing out. So you can see the time gap there. So the cyclist in front of me is 15 seconds ahead of me, but you can see that it's greyed out. The runners, you will see Ryan's 0-0 because he's right next to me, and that is in white. So cyclists are in grey and runners' times are in white. So you'll be able to see if you can see a runner approaching. And of course, if you're cycling, then runners' times would be in grey. Jack of all trades could be Dawson, yes. But I was thinking more that I enjoy them all rather than... I'm not good at them, but mind you, that is Jack of all trades and master of none, isn't it? So we are going to do a steady 10 kilometres an hour. I guess we could go... Ryan, are you quite happy to do progressive? So maybe at 2 kilometres we go to 10.5? Big group of cyclists go past. Big pack. Okay, so... Oh, thanks, M. Jackson, for your ride on.
Ride on!
So, we are going to go progressive. Thanks, Ryan.
Ride on!
And, so that means in 250 metres, we will go up to 10.5 kilometres an hour. So I'm on 1.75 now, Ryan. 1.75 kilometres. So 250 metres, we're going to go up to 10.5 kilometres an hour. And then a kilometre after that, we'll go up to 11. So every kilometre will go up half a stop. And this will be over before we know it. So it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in the UK. Jack of all trades, master of the run. I like it. And I'm about to turn right to do the Sky Loop. As long as my programme doesn't automatically change it, fingers crossed I'm going right. As is Ryan, so that's good. One thing that can happen, because I've got a programme that changes the camera angles, although actually it's not doing it at the moment, is it? Yeah, I should be changing camera angles. Why is that not working? Okay, let's have a fiddle with that. Right, let's see what happens now. Fingers crossed it'll work. Might not though. Oh yeah. There we are. I forgot to change up Ryan, sorry. Catch Ryan up quickly. Yeah, sorry. Right, so I'm doing 10.5 kilometres an hour now, although I did forget to change up just now, but we're there now. So we'll do this for another kilometre, and then when we get to 3 kilometres, we'll go up another half to 11 kilometres an hour. Keeping the heart rate relatively low. Morwood, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on!
And as Ryan said earlier, we're cruising. This is nice and cruisy. I think Ryan slowed down to let me catch him up. Big moon there between the buildings, look. So if you are interested in getting set up on Zwift, go and have a look at the Zwift website. zwift.com/run, and that will tell you everything you need to know about running on Zwift. Running on Zwift is free because it's still in beta. It's still a new concept, even though running has been around for kind of 2 years in various guises. It's only been available to the public properly for a year, and it's still in development. They're still making it better. They're still trying to hone it so that it does everything we want it to do, and it's as easy as possible to run on Zwift. And those things are still being ironed out. People do still have technical problems getting on Zwift, so we do need to iron those issues out. But hopefully in the not too distant future, it will be, I mean, it is easy now, but it just does demand a little bit of technical knowledge. Paul Deering says he did not enjoy the horizontal hailstorm outdoors yesterday on his weekend long run in East Yorkshire. Zwift Central Park was warmer this morning, and just Richmond to go for Paul on the 5 in 5 Run the World's mission. Well done, Paul. After this, I'll have 2 to go. Richmond and London for me. So once you've signed up to Zwift, once you've got your Zwift account, thank you for the ride on, Kleinstück.
Right on.
Once you've signed up, then you need to get your equipment set up. So here's what to do for that. It's so easy to get set up for Zwift running. All you need are a few things. Firstly, access to a treadmill. Either at home or at the gym, it doesn't matter what kind of treadmill you use, any treadmill will work with Zwift. Next, you need a foot pod, preferably a Bluetooth foot pod, and the most popular ones to use at the moment are the Zwift Pod or the Stride. Then simply download the Zwift app onto any of these devices. So, a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android phone. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Pair your foot pod in the app, possibly add a heart rate monitor if you like, and that's it. You're all set up for Zwift running. So there you go, get all your equipment. If you've got a treadmill at home, fantastic. If not, you can go to the gym, take your iPad or your iPhone, load up the Zwift app, and away you go. Just need your foot pod, and that's it. So 100 meters, and then we'll go up to 11 kilometers an hour. Right, Ryan, here we go, 11 kilometers an hour. I'm going. Okay, now. So we're up to 11 kilometers an hour now. If Ryan is listening to my stream, he's probably a few seconds behind, but he'll catch up. There we are. He's right on it. So 5 kilometers to go. And we're still on the elevated walkways above Central Park, New York. If you hate running on the treadmill, then Zwift is definitely something you want to check out. Ryan, what we should have done, if we have forethought next time, is get you on a webcam so we can actually have you on the stream. I've thought about doing this with Tim as well, is actually have you embedded in the stream, just a webcam that I can log on to. And yeah, you could actually, you know, you don't need to have any special streaming software or anything. Just as long as you've got a camera plugged into your laptop or your computer, I can bring you into the stream. And as long as you've got a decent internet connection. Thank you, Dave Clarkson, for the ride on.
Ride on!
So I am yet to find out whether my wife is going to do another 5 miles after this. I'd really like her to, if she can drag herself back onto the treadmill. I know the thing is, once you stop sometimes, and you've had a shower and you've got all kind of warm and dry again, it's difficult to get yourself back on the treadmill or back out to do another run. But if we can get her to do it, then that'd be good. So Jason Darby says he's waiting for a tread tracker to come, or for the tread tracker to get back in stock after using the milestone pod, which didn't really do the job. Jason, I think I agree with you that foot pods, although they are the most kind of basic and straightforward way to get your speed into Zwift, there are ways that are certainly more reliable and more user-friendly. For example, this treadmill is so easy. I literally turn it on and it's connected. I don't have to do anything and it just works. Although Ryan has just said he still uses his milestone pod and he seems to be quite happy with it. Shepley, thank you for your ride on. And Martel.
Ride on.
And thank you Sasutham and somebody else who gave me a ride on earlier on when the advert for Zwift running was on. So we're going left onto the Zwift run path now. So we're down off the elevated walkways. Becca, Ward, thanks for your ride on.
Ride on.
So heading down off the walkways now and going onto the run path, which is a path that exists in real life in New York around the central lake. So Ryan, are you up for going up to 11.5 at 4 kilometres? I've got 200 metres to go. If we go up 0.5 kilometre per hour every kilometre, we're going to get quite fast by the end, but it's up to you. Sky's the limit, says Ryan. Okay, 100 metres, and then we go up to 11.5 kilometres an hour. Are you sure that old milestone pod can handle it? Yes, Jason, I agree with you, but I was saying earlier on in the stream, somebody was asking, and I said, do you know what? I think in 2 years' time, Zwift, whether on their own or in partnership with another company, will develop a treadmill. So 11.5 now, Ryan, will develop a treadmill which is $200 approximately, well, cheap, much cheaper anyway than the current ones, $200, and connects direct to Zwift. That's what I reckon. Okay, so Ryan's saying about the milestone pod, if his cadence and his form is good, then the milestone pod seems to react better. And I've heard that from other people as well. Just have to kind of make sure that your stride length is nice and even, and regular, so you're not all over the place with your stride length. So we're over halfway through now, another 4 kilometers to go, and we're going left. Oh, we're a little too close for comfort there, Ryan. I didn't like that. So passing Chin and Abbas. Abbas looks like, where's he from? Where's that country flag? African flag, is that? And we've got Stromberg from Sweden ahead of us. And Antel from, where's that flag? I'm not sure. It's not Israel, is it? And Henk from the USA. Chin is from Canada, and Abbas, not sure, Ethiopia possibly? That'd be amazing. We've got somebody from Ethiopia running on Zwift. Iraq. Could be Iraq, yes. Awesome. So we've done 4.5 kilometers now, 3.5 to go. And we're gradually increasing the pace. Every kilometer we are going up 0.5 kilometer per hour. And I'm running with my friend Ryan. So the thing about Zwift, if you don't know, if you've not seen it before, you can run with real people in real time all over the world. So all those names on the left, they are real people, all running on Zwift, wherever they are in the world. So my friend Ryan is down in Cornwall, on the in the southwest of the UK. Jeffrey Huppert, nice USA here. Hello Jeffrey from the USA. Thanks for joining us on Zwift Run. So I'm definitely now in the orange zone, zone 4. Having already run 5 miles this morning. This is my second 5 miles of the day. So heart rate is going to go up a bit more than it did earlier, and also probably working a bit harder than I did earlier, just because I'm trying to impress Ryan. Tim Litchfield, thank you for your ride on.
Right on!
And I'm hoping by the time I finish this run that Liverpool have scored a few more goals. ...150 metres, and then we go up 12 kilometres an hour. So I've been running for 29 minutes now. So 5k in under half an hour. Seems fairly slow, but probably did a bit of walking at the beginning, and we are taking it relatively easy. I mean, this is not really a fast pace at all. Okay, so I'm on 155 BPM at the moment, Ryan. 5 kilometers done, going up to 12 now. 12 kilometers an hour. So Ryan's going to catch up in a second once he sees me running away. There he is. Here he comes. $3k left to run. So by the time we've finished, we're going to get up to 13.5 kilometers an hour. Likely. Or no, 13. hang on a minute, 13 and a half. 13 and a half. No. So this is going to be at 12. Kilometre 7. It's going to be 12 and a half. 13 kilometres now we'll get up to, yes. Yes, Jeffrey, this is all live. So I'm streaming live to you. All the other runners that I'm running with are running live as well. And you can see by the numbers on the right hand side there, so it lists a certain number of runners on the course, and then it also tells you at the bottom there are 3,360 more people on Zwift, either cycling or running on the New York course. Come on Ryan, get that milestone going. Live stream, live sweat, live everything, absolutely Ryan. And we wouldn't have it any other way. So you can see my 5th kilometre there was definitely in the orange zone, zone 4. So it's not going to drop below that now. We're going to be orange zone for the rest of the run. 2.5 more kilometres to go. And we're only going to get faster.
Jack it up.
If you're watching this and you're interested in Zwift, then please do share this stream with your friends who might be interested in Zwift as well. If you have to run on the treadmill, if you hate the treadmill, then Zwift is something that will make your treadmill running experience all that more enjoyable. Take a bit of the boredom out of it. Jeffrey, if you have an iPad Pro, that's perfect for Zwift, because you've got a fairly big screen. It will run Zwift like a dream, and all you need is a foot pod and access to a treadmill, so you could take your iPad to the gym, or if you've got a treadmill at home, that's great. Just get yourself the Zwift foot pod or any Bluetooth foot pod, and you'll be able to run on Zwift as well. And if you're having trouble, just look at my how to run on Zwift videos on this YouTube channel, Film My Run YouTube channel. Oh, Ryan says he's also just got an iPad Pro and it's amazing. So my friend Ryan gives you an endorsement on that as well. And I know Tim Gross, another regular runner on Zwift, he has an iPad Pro and loves it as well. So yes, on this YouTube channel, have a look at the series How to Run on Zwift, and you get lots of help with setting up your Zwift experience. Yeah, it has to be a Bluetooth foot pod for the iPad. Make sure don't get the Garmin foot pod, because that only works on Ant Plus, not Bluetooth. But the best, if you've got money to spend, Jeffrey, the best foot pod to get is the Stride. S-T-R-Y-D, Stride. But it's expensive, so you might want to try the Zwift pod first. So 50 metres, and then we'll go up to 12.5 kilometres an hour. Karl-Heinz Engel, thank you for your ride on, buddy.
Right on.
And John Heppelwhite, thank you for your ride on.
Right on.
2 kilometres left now, and up to 12.5 kilometres an hour. And Craver, thank you for your ride on.
Right on.
So this kilometre will be 12.5, and the final kilometre will be 13 kilometres an hour. Stryd, Jeffrey. Let me play the video again. It's so easy to get set up for Zwift running. All you need are a few things. Firstly, access to a treadmill. Either at home or at the gym, it doesn't matter what kind of treadmill you use, any treadmill will work with Zwift. Next, you need a foot pod, preferably a Bluetooth foot pod, and the most popular ones to use at the moment are the Zwift Pod or the Stryd. Then simply download the Zwift app onto any of these devices. So, a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android phone, Zwift even works on Apple TV. Pair your foot pod in the app, possibly add a heart rate monitor if you like, and that's it. You're all set up for Zwift running. So, just over 1.5 kilometres to go, and my wife is hobbling, and I think she's going to say she doesn't want to do another 5. Are you going to do another 5? Yeah, she is. Good stuff. So, after I finish this, in about 1.5 kilometres, we'll have another little break, and then Victoria's going to come on and try another 5 miles on Zwift. Good for her. Ryan, thank you, Ryan. So if you look on the left-hand side, heart rate is 166 now, and I have spent 11 minutes in zone 4, 22 minutes in zone 3, 300 metres left to the end of this kilometre, then we bump it up to 13 kilometres an hour for the final kilometre, and we're going back up onto the sky loop now, onto the see-through roads. And Victoria will come on in 10 minutes or so, and she will do a different world because she's already done New York. So we'll stick her on to Watopia or Richmond. Ryan says his heart rate is sticking at 156. So that's because Ryan is a lot younger than me. Either a lot younger or a lot fitter. But I'm working a bit harder now. So 100 metres to go, and then we go up to 13 kilometres an hour. And Liverpool are winning 3-1 according to Alan Glendinning. Thank you, Alan. So Ryan is in zone 3 at 156 BPM. I'm in zone 4 at 167. So here we go, up to 13 now, Ryan. 1 more kilometre to do. Well, just over 1 more kilometre. 13 kilometres an hour, and then we're done. And Victoria will jump on. Come on, Milestone. Yes, get up there. So 1 kilometre from now, because I think I'll go to 8.2. And Ryan is pushing it a little bit, is he? Is he racing me? No, he's slowing down. And we're going left. Sky loop in reverse. So when you look back at this, if you can see on the left-hand side, kilometres 1 through 8, lovely progression, just faster and faster each kilometre. Ryan says he's not racing me yet. I'm not racing at the end, I'm too knackered and too old. So we're going right. It's a shame, normally I have different camera angles for the Zwift game, but it doesn't seem to be working today. So just over 500 metres remaining. Rayhan, thank you for your ride on.
Ride on!
Just over a minute left of running now. And Ryan's off. Ryan's sprinting for the finish line. Did you have a shower, Vic? Cheers, Ryan.
Ride on!
Oh, that's Ryan Downey. Thanks for the ride on, Ryan. I was running with Ryan Perring, but he's sprinted off now in the distance for the last 200 metres. 30 seconds, and then we'll get to 8 kilometres, and I'll just run a bit further. Heart rate is 170 now, so definitely working out. 8 kilometres done, 0.2 to go. I have to see if I can find a new film for you to watch. So when I finished, I'll try and find a film for you to watch while we swap over 5-10 minutes, and then Victoria will be back on to do her second 5 miles. And we're going to have to swap worlds as well. Actually, it might be quite interesting to show you that. Ryan, I'm done. So Ryan might be going on to do 10k, but that's me done. Good. So that might be me done for the day, I think. I was wondering whether I'd do another 5 after Victoria, but I'll see. Well, Victoria wants me to, but Cheers, Ryan. Thank you very much for that. Enjoyed that. Okay, let me try and find a film for you to watch while I swap me and Victoria over. Right, many of you will have seen this one before, but it's the only one I can find quickly. So this is Scafell Pike at Christmas, at New Year. I took my family up to the top of Scafell Pike. I ran it. I ran to the top and then I ran back down, met my family, and we walked and I hiked back up to the top again. So this is that film. So just enjoy that while we swap over again. Hello, welcome to Film My Run. Welcome to the Film My Run New Year's Day Summit Club. That's what I thought I'd call it. Last year we climbed Snowdon on New Year's Day, and today we're going to climb Scafell Pike. Scafell Pike's the highest mountain in England, so I've got the route on my watch, and I'm just going to press start, and away we go. Gentle jog to start with. It's about 960 metres to the summit, which is not really that much less than Snowdon, to be honest, but it's a shorter and a steeper climb. It's about 4 kilometres on this route, which is the Wasdale Head route. Just over 200 metres climbed and just over 1 kilometre in. Okay, that's 2 kilometres distance and just over 400 metres climbed. That's the view. You can still see the car park down there where we started. About 550 metres to go to the top. There's not a lot of running. Well, there's no running going on. It's all hiking. So it's at 620 metres and just under 3k. View still there. And 300 metres to go that way. About 400 metres to go distance.
9 minutes 11 seconds, 4.23 kilometres. So just running back down the hill now to meet the children and Victoria, and then we'll climb back up again.
Right, I think we're back on. So Victoria's off and running. See, she's got 5 miles to do round Watopia. So this is the imaginary. If you're still with us and you've never seen Zwift before, this, and you heard me talking about. Sorry, no, it will do. Now start. Sorry. Sorry, it went off and on again then. I pressed the wrong button, I think I must have done. You didn't press any of these buttons, did you, by accident? No? Did you stop? We've got something up with our equipment at the moment. I don't know what's going on. You all right? Just take it gentle. Yeah, a bit of gremlins to start this second run of Victoria's. But we're off and going, I think. Nice and gentle, because Victoria's already done 5 miles this morning. So this is her second 5 miles to make it 10 miles for the day. So she's just going to take this easy with her dodgy hip and see how she goes. I'm just going to get my drink. Thank you, Ryan. You see, my streams are epic. That's just, you know, I always knew that. Everyone else that needs to find out. No, I enjoyed that, Ryan. Thank you for running with me. That was that made the time go quicker. Cheers. Yeah. So Victoria's at 1.5 kilometers. We are doing Run the Worlds, which is 5 miles on each of the 5 worlds within Zwift. The idea is to do it in a month, but we're doing it in a week just because we're posh swats. Or just because we want to get it over and done with. Ryan says he hopes your hip holds out. She's taking it nice and gentle. We basically are just trying to get her fit to at least get around the Paris Marathon. It's too late now to go for a PB, to do a really good time, but just to go around and enjoy it without being in too much pain would be good. So we're just trying to get some miles under the belt to get Victoria fit enough to do 26 miles at any pace, really. So she can have the cake at the finish line, is what she's saying. So I know we had a problem with Facebook. Facebook seemed to go off. I'm not sure when it went off, but it went off. So it's back on now. So if you are watching on Facebook, hello, thanks for joining us. We've been on most of the morning now and and all the afternoon so far. So maybe it was a 2-hour limit on Facebook and it cut off after 2 hours. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it just kicked us off because we're not having this on. So I've done 5 miles, then Victoria did 5 miles, then I did another 5 miles. Now Victoria's doing her second 5 miles. And that'll probably be it for the day. Thing is, if I start, I'd have to do 5 miles, wouldn't I? I couldn't just do 3 miles and get tired and finish. And you want to go to town. I think it might be time to finish after this. Just 10 miles each for the day, that'll do. Well, most people, I think New York is the course for the day, so most people are on New York. But there are 4,500 people on here on Watopia, but most of them will be cyclists, and we're on the run path, so you're only going to see a few runners because I think most runners tend to just accept the default path that they're given, so most runners will be running around New York. So 2 kilometers done for Victoria. She's got another 6 to go. So she's a quarter of the way through her second 5 miles of the day. And she feels all right, so that's good. I've never noticed that big thumb on the floor before. I've just noticed Victoria has a ponytail in the same as her avatar, so that's good. She's just not wearing... Yes, she's just not wearing a green top. If Victoria was wearing a green top, she would disappear into the green screen behind. A white and a red stripe. Finger Brand, thank you for the ride on.
Right on. Nice.
And there is the Zwift, the Film My Run website, filmmyrun.com, and the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Film My Run. Go and click the subscribe button there. Get another drink.
Thank you. I don't know, I can't see it. Thank you.
Right on.
Oh, now I just had pictures earlier, I didn't know what they meant. Is that a child under 9? I thought I'd lost you then to the football again.
Not working on the website. Wait. Wait. Right, that's 4 kilometres done for Victoria, 4 more to go, and she's done 10 miles for the day. Who? AH, okay. Oh, the one running, oh, junior 15-year-old. Okay, will do, hang on. Same person. The one was running Z9.
Halfway.
And then you've done 4 and I've done 3.
Yep. What does that say, Mr. Cousins?
Yes.
Raining. Yeah, I don't know. How unfortunate.
So Victoria's heart rate was working for the first 3 kilometres, but it's dropped off now. For some reason, her watch seems to connect at first, lasts a little while, and then dies a death. Never mind. She is now at 5 kilometres, so 3 miles done, 2 miles to go. Another 3.2 kilometres left to run. She's keeping it steady at 9 kilometres an hour. She's run for 35 minutes. So another 20 minutes or so to go. And we're just running round the Wetopia run path. So this is a run only path. There are no bikes on this path, and it's a 5 kilometre loop. So she'll probably just get onto the beach again, and then she'll be finished. If you're watching, you want to ask any questions, I am here. So YouTube or Facebook, if you're new to Zwift, if you don't know anything about it, just do drop me a question. We are watching Facebook chat, we're watching YouTube chat. So if you do have a question, pop it in, because we haven't got long left before the end of the stream. And it'll be about 20 minutes, I imagine, before we finish. So if you have a question, do pop it in. It's so easy to get set up for Zwift running. All you need are a few things. Firstly, access to a treadmill. Either at home or at the gym, it doesn't matter what kind of treadmill you use, any treadmill will work with Zwift. Next, you need a foot pod, preferably a Bluetooth foot pod. The most popular ones to use at the moment are the Zwift Pod or the Stride. Then simply download the Zwift app onto any of these devices. So a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android phone. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Pair your footpod in the app, possibly add a heart rate monitor if you like, and that's it. You're all set up for Zwift running. That's all you need to get set up for Zwift. Access to a treadmill and a footpod. And just download the Zwift app onto your phone, you'll be fine. We're running Zwift on a PC. You can run Zwift on pretty much anything. Apple TV, Android, PC or Mac, iPhone, iPad, pretty much any device you can think of you can run Zwift on. And depending on how portable you need to be, so we don't need to be portable, we've got a treadmill at home, so we run Zwift on the PC. But you could take a laptop to a hotel gym, for example, or your iPad to your local gym and run Zwift there, as long as there's a decent Wi-Fi signal at the gym. So Victoria's got 2.5k to go now. Doesn't sound very much. Be done in 15 minutes or so. You can see she's on level 4, so that orange bar, you see where it says kilometers per hour and the blue 5.56 kilometers in the middle, distance travelled. Underneath that there's an orange bar that is slowly moving across the screen. So when that orange bar gets to the other end, she will move up to level 5 of the game. Currently there are 21 levels. So Victoria's got a little way to go, but she has only just started running again on Zwift after a long time of not running on Zwift. So through the buildings and then down onto the beach. And then it'll be 2k to go back home. How you feeling? How's the leg? You all right? Yeah. Ryan, yeah, she's still going. She's all right. Leg is not causing too many problems. She'll probably ache a bit after this, but yeah, 10 miles in the bag today. And I think we'll call it a day. At the end of this run, we'll call it a day for the stream, because we've been on for 4 hours, or nearly 4 hours, so we'll get on with something else for the rest of our day. Yes. And then we spend 4 hours on the screen. I was half thinking about doing another 5 miles myself, but I don't think I will. So down, and it'll be a left turn onto the beach path, and then a couple of kilometres along the beach path, and Victoria will be finished. Figuratively and literally. 41 minutes run, 6 kilometres in the bag. Yeah, rest days always turn into days that aren't rest at all, don't they? Looking nice on the beach at Watopia today, though. Could do with a few more people on there, but beautiful sunny day. And I'm feeling quite jealous at the moment because most of the Zwift team are on a team building week in Long Beach, California, which looks very much like this. And they'll all be on the beach today, I'll bet, sunning themselves on the first day of the team building week. Too many commitments this end meant I couldn't go. Hopefully next year they'll have a weekend in Rio de Janeiro. I'll go there. I'll go there, definitely go there. So just over 1.5 kilometres left for Victoria to run, and at this pace that'll be done in about 9 minutes time. I didn't realise you'd taken all that time off since the art from Monday Run Club, Ryan. So Monday Run Club is our regular Monday training event. We normally do about 4 or 5 different sessions of Monday Run Club. I usually run the one at 7:30 UK time, but there are others spread throughout the day, depending on where you are in the world. If you're in the USA, if you're in Asia, Australia, you can join Monday Run Club at any time of the day on a session that suits you. And then on Wednesday, we have Wednesday Workout, which is generally an interval training session. Again, that is spread throughout the day. I do the one at 7:30 in the evening UK time, but there are others all over the day. Check out the Zwift companion app that's just come up on the screen. That will show you all the events that are happening in running across the next few days, and you can choose the Monday Run Club or the Wednesday Workout, which best suits your time schedule. And then on a Saturday, we also do Run in the Park on a Saturday morning UK time or a Saturday morning USA time, East Coast time. So it's 9 o'clock UK time AM or 4 PM UK time, which works out, is it about 11 o'clock Eastern time or 7 o'clock Pacific time in the USA. Nice one, Ryan. Keep up the training. I don't know what you've got coming up. I've got Thames Path 100. Well, I've got Paris Marathon at the beginning of April, middle of April, and then middle of May is the Thames Path 100, flat all the way along the Thames. So should be lovely, but going to be hard work, I think. I've never done a flat 100, so I've got to try for sub 20 hours. So we'll see what happens. So Victoria is now fast approaching 7 kilometres, just 1 kilometre left to do. There we are. So 7 kilometers done in 48 minutes. So we'll just do another 1 and a bit kilometers to get us to the 5 miles, because 5 miles is slightly more than 8 kilometers. And that's us done. 10 miles each for the day. 20 miles on Zwift. 4 hours of streaming live on Zwift and live on the Film My Run channel. Go and please subscribe to youtube.com/filmmyrun. Not only are there loads of Zwift videos there, but there's loads of out in the real world running videos as well. Training videos as well. Right under the feet of the runners, look. You wouldn't want that to break off and fall on your head while you're running through, would you?
I'm toast. Right on.
Thank you, Andrew Jackson. .600 meters to go, just to get to 8.2 kilometers. So that'll mean that Victoria will have done 4 out of the 5 worlds. 5 miles on 4 out of the 5 worlds. So we'll get to do another 5 miles tomorrow. And that'll be her completed. And I've done 3 out of the 5 worlds, so I've got another 2 to do. I think I've got Richmond left to do and London. So out over the bridge, 500 meters left. And Victoria's going to have done this 5 miles in 55 minutes. Decent effort, decent 10 miles for the day, good training, good to get miles under the belt for Paris Marathon coming up. Beautiful shot there of the volcano and the mountain behind. So that volcano, you can run right through the middle of that volcano if you want to, or right up to the top in a spiral. And then the mountain behind with the snow on the top, that is a 1,000-meter climb. So if you really want to do a good hill session, get the incline up on your treadmill and climb up that mountain to the top, and that'll be a 1,000-meter climb. Coming up to 8 kilometres run for Victoria now, just 200 metres. And then she is done. Good job. How'd you feel?
Yeah, fine. It was a bit tight, but doing okay. I'm looking forward to spending some time with my kids. Thank you all.
Well done. Ryan, you can stop now. Don't listen to him. I just want to be absolutely sure. I mean, we've had these things on Facebook Runners, haven't we, where people have said, I did the half marathon, but it didn't give me the achievement award, and you can see it's because they did like 21.09 kilometres instead of 21.1 or whatever. So it's always nice to just run that little bit extra to make absolutely sure that you've got. You just never know with Zwift. And Strava, yeah. Well done, Victoria. Good job. Go and have a shower. Right, I'm not running. I'm just getting on to press save and do all that gubbins. And right, so thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. We've been on for about something like 4 hours. So it's been a long old one, but that's 10 miles for me, 10 miles for Victoria. We're all done and dusted. We're now going to spend the rest of our day doing something else. But thank you very much for spending the time with us. Thanks for watching on Facebook. Thanks for watching on YouTube. And even if you did turn up on Twitch, thank you for watching on Twitch. We're also on Mixer as well, by the way. But I mean, we mainly focus on Facebook and YouTube, but I am watching now. I am watching Twitch chat as well now. So if people are on Twitch and you want to watch there, by all means do. So we can now save Victoria's run. And that is the end of that. Thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll see you for Monday Run Club tomorrow night, UK time 7:30 in the evening. Take care. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.